Hey anime lover, welcome back. One Piece chapter 1077 is released. So let's discuss the chapter. Title of the chapter is You Should Have Noticed Sooner. On the cover page we see Caesar and Judge, so finally we back to present. It seems they are exhausted fighting each other, and they came to a conclusion that it's all Vegapunk's fault. So after seeing, we can assume that they will go after Vegapunk. So they may head to Egghead. If so, then Germa 66 will be a great help against Navy Grand Fleet. One Piece chapter 1077 begins with Sentomaru, where Sentomaru is trying to convince Egghead citizens to escape the island immediately. But it seems tech-looking people are unaware of the surrounding situation. They ask Sentomaru why the pacifista have been deployed all over Egghead Island. Sentomaru explains the Ohara incident, how whole island along with the people wiped off the world map one day, because their fault was they defied the world government. As a refresher, we get to see the island of Ohara, which had the largest library in the world. The island scholars were killed by the world government for deciphering the poneglyph. Nico Robin was the only survival of that incident. Sentomaru figure out that the world government are going after Vegapunk, the smartest man in the world of One Piece. They've weighed the consequences and decided to erase him, along with things related to him. Sentomaru adds on that the incident will be worse than the events of Ohara's destruction. Sentomaru wondered what was taking Straw Hats so long. We can say that Oda-sensei making this arc almost like God Valley and Lelouja Kingdom. As you can see in this panel, we get a full view of Egghead Island. And we still don't see a single battleships docked yet. What making them take so long to reach coast of the island? Because couple of chapter back, we saw the battleship were Isupas not that far from coast. And still they are not here. Are they been attacked by Sea Beast and giving them some trouble? I don't think so. They have Kizaru and other powerful marines with them. Then what making them too long? Here could possibly be many things like. Couple of chapter back, Revolutionary Army said that the Revolutionary Army's war is starting now. So we can assume that the Revolutionary Army is on move. This is right time because one of the Gorsai member is here, and his old friend is in trouble. So Revolutionary Army may help Vegapunk and Straw Hats to escape the Egghead. Or it could be the traitor doing. What is your opinion on this? Comment down below. We back to the command room where Luffy and others are having hard time dealing with the Seraphims. Even though Luffy is in Gear 4 and Rob Lucci is in base hybrid form, they are attacking the Seraphims with combined attack. But the Seraphim are not affected by it and they keep on standing on their feet. This makes Luffy frustrated. He compared their durability with Kaido. What? Luffy is comparing this kiddos with Kaido, with whom he fought for long. But this kid's Seraphims has DNA of Lunarian, and Lunarian having high degree of durability, and how strong they are at base level. In addition, they are half pacifista, they have green blood in them, and they even has the DNA of former warlords. Here Zoro come to a realization that these kids kind resembles like King. After hearing this, Shaka looks surprised that Kaido had a Lurian on his crew. And he realizes that it could be Albert who escaped Punk Hazard long ago with Kaido. With this information, Zoro realizes that if that's the case, then hey, you all keep an eye on the flames on their back. Our attacks will only work when their flame are turned off, but when the fire is on they are almost invincible. After that, he apologizes for making them waste energy like that, saying he should have noticed sooner. But Rob Lucci is grateful for the information, as these guys don't know how similar these Seraphims look to King. Zoro goes on to explain the matching characteristics: white hair, dark-skinned, black wing and flames on their back. And then everyone freak out and it's kind obvious. You should have noticed it sooner. And it's thanks to Zoro that the chapter title is same. Luffy questions where Shaka is going. Shaka replied that he has an idea where Stella might be. But S-Hawk isn't willing to let him go. But he was stopped by Zoro while yelling at him to get out of their way since they're in a rush. Here it kind sucks. Shaka went out without telling anyone where he is going. And Shaka knows what the situation right now is. Someone is attacking them. Still he went out, knowing what the consequences would be. We jump to the third floor of Building A, where Nami and group are having tough time fighting S-Shark, Seraphim version of Jin. She attacks S-Shark using Zeus Thunderbolt, by convincing herself that he is not a kid and he is not his friend Jin. The attack hits the S-Shark, and it appears he has taken some damage. But Nami feels sorry for him. Then S-Shark uses his Devil Fruit ability and fall into the ground. Brook notices that S-Shark is coming to attack from inside ground. He cry out Nami to run. S-Shark is back at them in no time, appearing right behind Nami. Zeus was shocked that the attack has no effect at him. When he was ready to attack, luckily Sanji came to save the day. Sanji says going by the Article 1 of Sanjilan's constitution, scaring Nami is punishable by death. With his both legs he strike and its look as Shark taken a devastating hit. At the moment, it is hard to believe that any attack have any effect on Seraphims. I am looking forward. If Shark again stands on his feet, how Sanji gonna figure out the weakness of his opponent? After landing a devastating hit, he went on checking Nami's condition while yelling at the Seraphim. In this picture Sanji looks badass, and if you notice closely his eyebrow has flipped over and it looks similar to his genetically modified siblings. It's look like he can control this change. Back to third floor of building C, Lilith yells at Snack for turning York into stone. Lilith is unaware of what's going to happen with them. Lilith attacks Snake with the bubble gun and at first it looks it did nothing. But as she touched the bubble, she collapsed and wonder what happened. Then Lilith goes on explaining that this bubble are made from sea energy, making it the weakness of green blood and devil fruit users. When Frankie was going to catch the Seraphim, but suddenly she yell and kick him away. After Frankie came from behind with the same bubble that Lilith shoot. Frankie manages to down her with it. But here Snake subdued Frankie with her cuteness, with tears in her eyes. Frankie fall for it, and let his guard down for a second, and it was enough time for Seraphim to kick him and turned half into stone. This we have seen from Boa before. This wasn't enough, the Seraphim proceeds to wink look like cute little angel. She manages to turn both Lilith and Usopp into stone. This makes two of the Straw Hats been turned into stone. How they are going to be back to normal? If the Seraphims do not regain control, they will remain in stone. Or it could be possible that Snake has DNA of Boa. Can Boa turn them back into normal? Last we saw Boa, she was ready to go find Luffy. So if she somehow finds out Luffy is in Egghead, she will definitely come for him. But here only one person can take down Snake is Luffy because he is tough guy. This kind of things doesn't work on him. So he can take her down. Here only Straw Hat missing is Jin. He might going to help Frankie group, but not sure how is going to do so. Let's see how Lilith, Frankie and Usopp will be turned back to normal. We then jump to Devil Fruit Laboratory underground. Shaka arrived where all the Cypher Paul agent along with Stella is locked. Shaka seems quite surprised seeing Cypher Paul agent. He thought they left the island ages ago. Cypher Paul agent starting to beg for their life. Stella and Shaka notice each other, and he see relieved to see Stella, and wonder who did it to him. But Vegapunk heard some footsteps and questioned Shaka, with whom he'd come along with. But within a second Shaka is shot down. All of them look shocked since it was a headshot. As Vegapunk and others look shocked, it may be that they saw the person who shot Shaka in the head. But for us he is still a mystery for us. We may get to see who the traitor is in the next chapter. One thing make me wonder why Shaka didn't let anyone know where he was going, so they at least know where to look for him if something bad happened to him. This looked kind worse situation for Vegapunk and Straw Hats. One of the satellites being shot down, Lilith and York being turned into stone along with Usopp and Franks. Let's hope some miracles happen and the situation favors back for Straw Hat. That's all from my side. See you all in next video.